Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So I have many oh my god questions in my mailbox. The question range from: is your force flow the same with Taiji and Bagua and Neijia? Okay. To I am having the force flow too. Such and such grandmaster do force flow. We have it too. Two, one of your former students in Europe tell us that it is no what he learned from you on this thing is this force flow stuff is not so good. And another is, what is the difference? If I can beat you, what is the force flow for? This is all what I call oh my god questions. What I am presenting is technology. What it is, why it is, how it is implemented. Got nothing to do with which grandmaster or like this former student of mine, who know who it is, is claim that, who say that what he learned from me is not so good and so forth, and good or bad, or I can beat you, I am number one, or it is internal art, I learned it too, whole bunch of stuff. It got nothing to do that. It's just what it is, why is it, how it is. Okay? So today I'd like to share with you what is going on with this force flow stuff, so you have a clear picture. I know for past hundreds of years, at least 100 years, nobody make this thing clear. Okay? Even they know it, I don't think they make it clear, at least not in the books, in the YouTube, in the picture or article. So today, I'd like to make it clear once for all, okay? Before I share with you, let me tell you this. Human is subject to law of physics. Even one have the technology, knowing what, why, how one can develop it, still one is subject to the speed limitations and the body strength limitations. Okay, only in demo, YouTube demo or whatever demo, when people push their sifu, they say, oh, the sifu is not moving. Or doing a tansao, the sifu doing the tanda, and then people say, well, you punch me at tanda, that's demo. In the real life, it's like that. Well, why don't you just get somebody to do the MMA and do a tanda and do a push and see whether the opponent can push you or not. It's a difference between when this opponent try to take you down, doing everything to push you, compare with a student or in a demo. Okay, so let's not be naive and look at any YouTube demo, everything, and believe all this thing. It is a technology. It has its useful. It can be developed, but it never turn a human into God. Okay, and it never violating the law of physics. Just let's put this thing in mind. Okay, so let's start. Number one, we must know about momentum, and there's two types of momentum. The first type is linear. Okay, I move myself in a straight line, or move an object in a straight line. That's linear momentum. Okay, as you can read in the physics books. Okay, the second is the angular momentum. I'm spinning with a pivot, center pivot or center axis. That is the angular momentum. So we need to know these two basic type of momentum, because combat we like it or not, dealing with momentum, moving the body parts, moving the object, okay, human body. Okay, so this is the first thing we need to know. The second thing we need to know is, in Chinese martial arts, ancient art, it doesn't matter you call it soft, hard, internal, external, what the heck, okay? It's only have three major types. The first is called the body type, meaning I apply the strength in my body, and I use my body to strike. That is the body type. And this body type can strike in a straight line, or crush in the straight line, or in a circular way. Okay, but the characteristic is I have to put strength on my body and move my body to do the strike or crush or slam into something, whatever. Body type. And in this body type, there is a trajectory. Like if I cross in like that, I have a trajectory, a linear trajectory. If I strike in this way, I have a circular type of trajectory. So trajectory is important here. Okay, what's the trajectory? Okay. Now, the second type is the what I call the force flow type. The force flow type is directly one deal with the action and reaction force. Handle the action reaction force. And this involves time or sequence different joints so that one be able to transmit the action reaction force or play with the action reaction force up and down one's body. That is the force flow type. Okay? And force flow type has to deal with the force flow path, like where you want, which direction you want to take to handle this action and reaction force in your body and your opponent's body. And of course, another thing is coupling, where you couple, between two objects, coupling back and forth, or ground back and forth. So that is the force flow type. And force flow type also handle the force flow differently. Like it can handle it like a linearly, or spiral. Okay, so in force flow type of handling of the force flow, it can be linear or straight line or spiral. Okay, so this is a force flow type. The third type is the structure type. Structure type is like holding the body, making a rack out of it or structure out of it. One can sustain. Okay, it's like this rack here can hold on to this dummy, sustain. Or another thing is like one hold on one's body and push the car. That type. So there's three types of this. The body need to do the job for these three type of handling are different conditioning or different development. The force flow type development and the body type and the structure type are totally different stuff, because it handling different mechanics. Okay, so these three types. And then there are two types of the fighting method in the ancient Chinese martial art, which is the long fist, which you need a distance here to strike. Okay, to do anything here, block and so forth. And there is the short strike, which is the close body. Okay, close body, hugging body. You don't have that space anymore. You play here. This is the short strike. Okay, this is a long piece. Now, we need to know that these three things. When I talk about torque, I mean angular momentum with force flow. That is torque when I talk about torque. Okay? Or torque force flow. Okay? Angular momentum with force flow handling. Force flow power handling. Okay? That is how specific it got to be. Okay? And in order to handle or implement a torque, one must have a pivot center axis, and the body has to be able to transfer force or torque up and down of the body. It's like this. It's like this. Okay? So this screw, if you want to screw it this way, it has to transfer up and down. And okay, and this is the screw. Okay? And so in the physics, as the force come here, apply force here, there is a, you know, you can convert into the torque. So this you can read in the physics book. So that's what it is. Okay? Now the body has to have a balanced body, so you can handle this torque or execute this torque or implement this torque. This type of stuff is bias. See this tuck in? This cannot do a torque. It's not balanced. Same thing with this. So when you see the butt part out like this with the curvature in the spine, you know it cannot be a torque type. If you do this, it cannot be a torque type. A torque type has to be this, so it can turn. Okay? And also the feet bowl, the feet cannot pivot on the ball of the feet or the heel of the feet a single point, because it needs the whole coupling of the force down to the ground. Okay? It cannot be like a, it has to be like a suction cup to couple instead of like a pointed chair legs. Okay? So that is what torque, that's what the type of force flow I'm talking about. Okay? Now, if we look at ancient Wing Chun description, it said it is a closed body art, closed body, okay, narrow stance, and be able to handle inch power or shot power in a small distance or small space. From this, we know it is a torque type of stuff. Okay, playing with the torque is a angular momentum, and the body has to be able to be balanced and transfer force up and down or torque. Okay, those type of stuff. And this type of stuff, because it is like a screw here, it is very difficult for people, for us to move the screw if this is so close. We need to have more force if we want to screw this thing down this close. But if we have a wrench this far, then we can wrench it, screw it with less effort. So thus, the advantage of this type of thing is that at close body, the opponent has to use a lot of force. Okay, that make the opponent really disadvantaged, because their force efficiency or effectiveness of using their force is decreasing. And this type of force handling have advantage, because at this close range it be able to deliver a lot of force, and the opponent force is really difficult to handle it. Okay? Now, so that is Wing Chun. And if you see people train the Shilin Tao this way, okay, lock all the lower four ball, and with this thing, you know it's in balance already. How can you have a torque? If you see this thing, how can you have a torque? It cannot. It has to sit down and be able to balance and spin. In order to have the torque, so be able to handle things this way, this close, like the screw or the nuts, the bolts we're talking about. Okay, like this. Now, Wing Chun Kien have another characteristic, is that we take care of our own center line, protect our center line, or handling our center axis. Center line and center axis is the same thing, and we attack or disrupt or controls the opponent's center axis. That's Wing Chun. Okay? That is different than you have the Tai Chi or Ba Gua, different stuff. Wing Chun is a short range, okay, a close range, short strike with angular momentum and force flow. Okay, and here, like a snake, it can wrap around and so forth. But I don't want to use the snakes here because those are analogy or something. We want to talk about that as a torque. Okay, this is a 2016. We don't want to guess anything. So this is what it is. What? Does Tai Chi do that? Does Tai Chi do this? Do the what Wing Chun do? Does Ba Gua do what Wing Chun do? Does Southern Prime Mantis doing what Wing Chun do? Does Hermes Zhuang do what Wing Chun do? Does other art do does what Wing Chun do? Center line, torque, close body, short strike? No. So why is I get into all this Neijia and all this Wing Chun, this Neijia, Wing Chun? I can study Tai Chi. My Tai Chi Sifu have teach me what you teach me. What you teach me is not as good, not so good. In fact, I just tell you guys what it is, why it is, how it is, so everybody know. Okay? If we do not know what it is, how can we say, is your force flow the same with my force flow? Is your force flow the same with Tai Chi, the Neijia and everything? It's just wild. And to tell you, you know, you can go check for the observation. How many people can sit down so that they can implement this torque? Look at their spine curvature and the way how they're handling the hip. You can see right away. Go to YouTube. 99%, be it Neijia or Wing Chun or whatever. So what's my point? My point is that you want to talk about Wing Chun, that's what, why, how. Got nothing to do with I know it all, I'm the grandmaster, or you're a grandmaster, you're the first best fighter, those things. Got nothing to do with that. Okay? And as what I said, nobody's God. Even you know this, will you lose? Sure. This is just a technology. You have this limit. Everybody has this limit. So I hope that with this video, it is clear out for everybody. And as for how to handle those in detail, everything, the reason I wrote that basic Wing Chun Kien art and science book is to get all the details out. Because there's a lot of things, tons of things there. Okay, even we know this, why I talk about this today. There's a lot of things there. The body is not conditioned, you cannot do it. Okay, so this is for you today. Hopefully nobody message me this oh my god thing also, and hopefully those in former student of mine, which I don't know is that true or not, have a clear mind. There's no such things of when I say talk about what, how, why is good or no good or not so good. What, why, and how is just what, why, and how. They're different stuff. Okay. I don't care if anybody Sifu teach them the Tai Chi before study with me, and then they say, well, I explained things, but I know this before. I don't care about this thing. What I care is as what I put in video today. All this systematic way, comprehensive way we can describe it in physics. Okay? I don't even go into Anapanasati and Chi and all those things yet. This is just plain physics. Okay? So, this is for you today.